Hey again, let's carry on from where we got to last time. Where was that last time? Last time we were somewhere. Where were we? Let's do that. Brain's gone blue. Brain's dead. Brain's completely dead. This is terrible, isn't it? What's going on with my brain? It's got to be somewhere. My chat works, at least. That's nice to know. Right, radio. What were we doing? We were updating and adding a new feature. The new feature was related to remembering which files we had uploaded. And we got the first version working this morning, where we can now correctly detect that a file has been uploaded. But we can do better than that. So what I wanted to look at now was seeing if we could improve it to keep track of the Flickr upload ID, the Flickr ID, so that when the file is detected to already have been uploaded, we can provide a link to that image on Flickr so that we can click on it directly and go straight to that already uploaded file, decide whether we want to keep it, delete it, replace it or whatever. So that was the plan. So let's get on with that. How are we going to do this? Click that button there. And let's start with looking at the code. So we're going to be in upload.go again, where we have lots of fun code. How are we going to do this? Right, so what's going to happen is we're going to upload the file to Flickr. This load of code happens here, and somewhere we've successfully uploaded the image. If we fail to upload the image, that bit of code here runs and we return. So we've got a photo ID and now we record the upload. So what I thought we'd do is let's put the photo ID here. So pass it through to record upload. So we're going to record the photo ID and the file name, which means that we're going to need a different type of file to upload. But yeah, so that will look like that. So let's go to record upload. Still using Golang, still using all the super shortcuts to jump around. That's Command B that jumps you from a use of a function to the function definition itself, and Command B will take you back again as well. So it's quite an easy one to flip between the two. Quite a neat feature, I think. Let's look at what we're going to do in here. So here's record upload. We're going to take the file name and we're going to take the photo ID. I wonder what type the photo ID is. Is it an integer? We can probably find that out from the Flickr API, can't we? So let's get Safari up and have a look. Flickr. Oh, for goodness sake. Flickr API. You'd think I'd remember its URL, flickr.com services API, but nope, I'm never going to remember it. So when we do a file upload, we come through the code over here somewhere, uploading photos. We're using a Go library for it, but behind the scenes, we post into this URL, all this lovely information, and we get back this. The photo ID is a new photo. It looks like an integer to me. And a load of error codes of some form or another. Right, so if we go back here, I've got the window open, but I don't know if you can hear the wind. It's quite a windy day. Comma, photo ID. Let's assume it's in 64, but we want to be sure. So let's go back here. It's coming back as response.id. The response is coming from upload file. upload file is here, it returns an upload response. Upload response, oh, it's a string. Look at that. It's not an integer at all, it's just a simple string. Good job we checked that, because we'd have got that wrong. So, go back here. That's why I've got that. So you see that red underline, if I put my mouse over it, cannot use photo ID type string as type in 64. So Go already knows this isn't going to work. So that needs to be a string like that. Right. Now this is going to change the look of the file, the structure of the file, isn't it? So if we open up iTerm and clear that, and cat ~downloads_export.rodeo files.json. Currently we're using a simple string. We have to do something better than that. Specifically, it's got to look more like an array map. Something like a map would make more sense. So we're going to have to define the map. Where are we going to put it? Oh, let's stick it. Have we got enough data here to warrant putting it in its own file, do you think? Don't know. Stick it up here for now and then we'll look at doing that later, see if it makes sense. So I'm not quite sure at the moment. Don't know. Put it here. Now we've done unmarshalling before. The unmarshalling before is in the config because we're using Viper, but the same basic system holds true for doing unmarshalling of JSON as well. So I think we're going to need a structure to represent an uploaded file. So that's a type, uploaded file information, struct. And it has an ID, which is a string. That's all that we've got in there at the moment. In fact, I'm wondering whether we should use Viper to do this work at this point. But we'll try and do it in JSON natively to start with. I can't spell struct, can I? That should be struct like that. So now I've got a struct that represents that, because I'm thinking about putting the file name in there as well. So, no, not the file name, the title. I'm thinking we might end up putting the title in as well, because that could be quite useful information, but maybe not. Actually, no, change my mind. Let's keep it really simple. We're going to make it a map of string to string. So how do we do that in Golang? Golang map string to string. It's probably terrible. Let's go by example. That's normally quite a good one, isn't it? That's written like that. Map string string. So let's do that. So file names is now not downloads, it's one of them. File names It looks like that. I wonder if you can do it in this format. Like that. And that wants to be a string. No error, so that's promising. So string to string. The key is going to be the file name itself, and then the value is going to be the photo ID. If we do it like that, then our upload here might, our marshalling might just work. Otherwise, where it contains is not going to work. Because now we're going to have to do, now you do contains in a map. So go lang, does key exist in map? How to check if a map contains a key in Go. This is what we looked up earlier and then realised we didn't need it, but now we do. There we go, that looks easy enough. Dict is now file names. The key we're looking for is image file name. Val is going to be the ID. That we uploaded, the uploaded ID, which we don't actually care about in this case. We wouldn't. OK is equal to false, not in the list. If it's not in the list, we're going to add it. Oh no, hold on, this logic's wrong. If it's in the list, file name is already in the list. Well, you really are getting this gym consciousness today. You can tell it's the afternoon. Right, if the file name is in the list, then we just want to return. Because we don't need to do anything, do we? Absolutely nothing we need to do. If it's not in the list, we want to continue. So, file name not in list, not in list. So therefore, so add to file and to list and save. Yeah, that looks better. Makes more sense code-wise. Right, so we presumably do file names of image file name equals photo ID. No need to worry about sorting. Good sort, I suppose, on image file name. The sort golang sort map by. No, we're going to sort the map by key. Right, sort map, sort go map values by keys. Implicitly, this looks like it's more hassle than it's worth. You have to sort the keys and then what? doesn't seem like it's going to be particularly helpful. Okay, we won't bother sorting. Right, now I've got to convert it to JSON, so Marshall indent. Excuse me. And then write it to disk. So that should work. I wonder if it does work. First thing we'd better do is rm ping $, get rid of the current list, and rm downloads export.rodeo. Okay, I think that will work. Should we test it? We'll do what we did last time. We'll jerry rig it really early and see what happens. So all the way at the jump to the top, all the way to the top here. Let's just very simply do that, and we'll invent a photo ID of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we will return that. So it doesn't actually upload the file. We just want it to update our file name. And let's run that and see what happens. That sound like a plan? I think that sounds like a plan. Go run main upload some image. Compile the code. Throw an error. Assignment to entry in nil map. Do you think that's because we didn't make it? That seems a reasonable guess. That seems like a reasonable guess, doesn't it? Where is it unhappy? Upload.go 368. Yeah, it doesn't like that. I wonder. So if we did this way, make the map. Young Marshall doesn't seem unhappy. Let's try that. Run the code again. Nobody's chatting on the stream chat. Is that still not working, or have you just got nothing to say? Is anyone watching? That's a question. I'm pretty sure the chat itself is working, but it doesn't look like anyone is here. I do not know. Who knows? Anyway, say hi in the chat if you're around. If you're not, you obviously can't. Right, so where do we get to? So we've just run that, so hopefully we've created the file. So let's try catting it. That file. Yeah, look at that. There we go. So now we've keyed our image by its ID. So a bit better. Okay, that worked. Let's remove the file. Not that one. That one. And let's go to go back up here, remove that code. Now we better fix the other way. Somewhere has been uploaded. Has been uploaded, now needs to return an integer. So uploaded photo ID colon equals has been uploaded, file name, here goes a semicolon, uploaded photo ID is not equal to that. It's really windy out there. And now let's make uploaded photo ID, or has been uploaded, return a string. Probably need to rename this function. Right, this is already uploaded photo, and its ID is percentage fee. No, that's rubbish. Let's leave that as that. Let's return the ID. How do we normally return the ID? We do that down here somewhere. Where's that? Oh, we literally just return the photo ID. See? With a blank line. That's interesting. Okay. Well, that's how we do it. So where is it? Here. Blank line and return uploaded photo ID like that. Then we should rename that to get uploaded photo ID. And it returns an empty string for now, but of course it'd be neater if we actually returned an integer. An error. But we don't know how to do errors yet because we've not learned that. Ooh. See, I've still got my notifications on. Rather excitingly, we're going to get some delivery of groceries next week. Right, get uploaded photo ID. Here we are. Still takes us file name. But now, does the file exist is correct. Right, it's not going to unmarshal into file names of string. It's going to have to unmarshal into make that. Oh, we can't return a false, can we? Got to return an empty string. Empty string for error. It's not good, is it? I wonder if we can return nil. We'll return an error probably later. Let's do it. Let's do that. Right, so now we're going to unmarshal into file names. We've got the image file name, and then does the file exist? No, not does the file exist. That's the code for is it already in the list? So is it already in the list? Looks like this now. And this time we want the photo ID. And if it is in the list, we want to return the photo ID. Otherwise, we're going to return the empty string again. So here is image file name, in the map, a key in the map. Image file name is this, return its photo ID. Associated, oh that's how you spell that, associated photo ID. Otherwise, just return nothing. That looks plausible. That looks reasonably plausible. Yep, I think that's plausible. So, let's run it and see. Okay, just have to upload that horrible picture of me again. Go run main, that horrible picture. Now this time, will it error? I know, uploading the photo, it's uploaded it, and we've got edit that view this photo out here. So I should be able to click on it, open up Flickr, there's that wonderful file, and you see up here its image ID is 50078901413. So what I should have done? What I should have done is got one of the photos off my phone from the walk I did earlier, because I went for a walk with my lovely wife and we took some photos. So I could have used one of those photos instead. Never mind. Okay, 500-789-01413. Let's go back here and cat that. There we go, look at that. 500-789-01413. It works. I have to admit, that JSON unmarshalling is really, really good. That JSON unmarshalling, it just works. That is quite neat. It's not going to be in any order, but I don't suppose that really matters. Right, let's try and upload it again then. This time it should fail to upload. Oh, you know, it's going to do something weird. That's not weird. There you go. This image has already been uploaded to Flickr. But it doesn't provide the image itself, image ID. Oh, that's interesting. It just provides this link. It's fine, I suppose. That's not really what I wanted. No, I think we've done that wrong. Well, not wrong, but we can do better. Here's where we've put that photo. So let's grab that. Where did we fail to? It's up here somewhere, isn't it? No, further up. Here we go. This image has already been uploaded to Flickr. View this photo, and then let's return nothing. And that photo ID is wrong. It's that photo. Let's do that. Because that way, I think we won't have this edit and view lines. Or at least the edit line. Let's run it again and have a look. Compiling, run. There we go. This image has already been uploaded to Flickr. View this photo. And then that takes me to the page itself. That's better, isn't it? Yeah, that's better. I look really serious. It's a horrible, horrible photo. It really is. Right, okay, that's a bit better. But I think what I would like to do now, see, it's doing if length and then it's doing that view line, edit line there. So the idea is that you return all the photo IDs that you've successfully uploaded and it creates the edit line. I think that line could be there, like that. So that when we run it this time, it looks like that. No, I changed my mind. That should be here. We don't really need a variable for that, do we? Let's grab that, put that there. Do that. So let's go print, all done, let's go print the view. But if we upload it, it's also going to add the edit link. Yeah, that's a better way of doing it. The side effect of doing that is, don't you? Side effect of doing that is that we don't need that contains function anymore. Can you hear the ice cream van? Quintessentially British, I suppose. Van goes round, offers to sell ice cream from the road and plays horrible tinny tunes. Internal. That's how you spell internal. Internal. We don't need a That's not internal. It's in strings. There we go. We don't need this contains function anymore. So even though we wrote it, we no longer need it. Is it worth keeping? No, it's not worth keeping. There we go. Get rid of it. Does it still work? Shouldn't have broken anything. Nope, compile still fine, as you'd expect. So what's that done? Can we upload that? Can we commit it? So let's first start with that string change. Git commit -v. What we're going to do? Remove contains from internal.strings. No longer needed. There's no point in keeping around code that we don't need. It's just a waste of time. Right, and then what's left in upload.go? Don't need sort anymore. That's something weird. That's something different. So let's take that one out and stage that. I've renamed this. Taking the photo ID, rename this, rename that, rename that, rename that, change that, get rid of contains. Function name now takes photo ID. That changes, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. And we're done. Let's commit that. Assert store hash store photo ID along with file name in uploaded files record. By keeping the photo ID around, that's a whole lot of phrasing, isn't it? Let's try that again. By storing the photo ID along with the file name, we can do something. What can we do? By storing the photo ID along with the file name, we can present a link to the user for them to view the image on Flickr. That's a far better user experience, isn't it? And finally, we've got this one little change here. Git commit -v. Always display view link on upload. The view link is useful regardless of whether any uploads occurred. Well, technically part of this branch that last one. So if we do a git log -1 line -4-ish, 5-ish, 4-ish, I think 5-ish, yeah, 5-ish. You can see what we did. We added contains. Oh, we shouldn't have done that, never mind. Prevented the upload, removed contains, and then we stored the photo ID. I reckon we can probably collapse all 4 of those into one commit now, because it's a bit pointless having those 4 we don't need that history because this is a branch while we're doing the development. So I'm going to remove, I'm going to rebase, I think. So we need to rebase all 5. Git rebase. Oh, we'll do. We'll take a git commit, a git branch, temp, keep track, temp 1, issue 1. So if you look in source tree, you can see we've added an extra branch here, so that if I screw up, we can always get back to where we were. Git rebase -i for interactive, head ~5. Here's the list of commits. And what we want to do is we want to squash this one. I'll do it to reword it. No, we going to squash. Yeah, we'll just squash this one. Do the same for this one, and do the same for this one, and edit the commits as we go, so that we end up with a sensible commit at the end. Shall we try that? There we go. This is a combination of 4 commits. Right, so what's the actual message we want to do? So we want dd. Right, prevent uploading a file. That's our title of our new commit. Take that. Like that. Store the file name of each file that we upload into Rodeo. I think that's too long. I think that's not wrapping correctly. Anyway, we want to rename this, so let's store the file name and photo ID of each file that we upload into. That's clearly too long now, so let's do that. You know how we rewrap in? How do we rewrap in Vim? Do I remember? Not QQ. Oh, I know what we need to do. We need to set the line length or something like that, don't we? I can't remember how to do that though. Ah, well. Do it the slow way. Let's store the file name and photo ID of each file that we upload into Rodeo files.json, and on upload, file is to be uploaded is in this list, do not upload it again. So we have the photo ID, we present a link to the user for the previously uploaded image. We can go to there, I reckon. There we go. Right, is that all the information we need in this commit? Anything else we needed? Yeah, it's the same basic there, but with is that, maybe that's better. Why? Oh. Hands up if you forgot to do 2 YY. Like that. Is that better? Yeah, that's better, I think. Let's try that. Store in the photo ID, don't find the link. If it was previously uploaded. There we go, that'll do. Save that. Now if you look at what's happened, you can see we just have these 2 commits now instead of all these long commits. So I can remove this branch completely because we'll have the right things. But we do need to do a new push, and we'll have to get push minus force to origin. Probably don't need that because I didn't run issue last time. There we go. Now that should mean the origin has moved from there to here. Refresh. There we go. And now I can delete temp1. Git branch minus d temp1. There we go. Look at that. That's much better, isn't it? Now we're better off from where we were, because we are in a much better place as far as this original issue is concerned. Support -- force to update the photo itself. That's the next bit. And we also could do with how we're going to do the directory. Not sure how to do all that. Let me think about that, and I shall be back. Okay, let's carry on. Lots more things to do here that are new. How are we going to do them? Here are the strings. Right. I suppose the next thing to do would be to handle force. I wonder how you handle force. I think we have to understand Cobra a bit better than what we currently do. Let's put a breakpoint here. Command F8. Actually, let's get rid of that image. I don't think we need that image up, do you? No, we definitely don't need that image up. Delete the image. Delete, delete. Right. So, build radio, what's it currently set for in that configuration? It's going to try and upload RK1 keyword. We don't want it to upload that. We want it to upload that file, because that file is probably already uploaded. Apply that. Let's check that. That should come up already uploaded. And it did. This image has already been uploaded to Flickr. Right, so if I run it now in here, no, Rob, come on. Edit configurations. I want to have program arguments -- force. -- force. Apply. Now, is -- force acceptable? I'm not sure. Now, we might have set it up as a global, which if we did is probably in root. No, we didn't. We just set quiet. So, but that looks like how we do it. Yeah, so if I go to upload, here, do you think? No, not there. I wonder how you set a persistent flag. Let's look it up. type G, Golang, Viper. Yeah. How do we do it? Can you see what we're looking for? This is not the kind of stuff I was expecting to see. Oh, hold on. It's not Viper, it's Cobra we're looking for. That's why. That's not what I expect to see. Obviously. Right, let's try again. Cobra. Flags. A flag is a modified the behavior of command. So here's where we place a command. Looks like you put it on your init to add your flags. Local flag, here we go, local command flags. So I think that needs to go into an init. Do we have an init? Yeah, there's an init. Root command, add command, upload command. So I think we can do this. Oh no, we can. Oh look, there's an example down here. God, dear me. It's already in the generated code from Cobra. Cobra stores local flags which only run when this command is called directly, e.g. Okay. So let's take that line there. Maybe we can get rid of all that now. That line there. Add -- force. Force. F. I wonder what that one is. Value. Force to start with. Force upload of file even if we already have done so before. If already uploaded. I think that's worth a try. Anyone else think that's worth a try? You are all really quiet, or there is no one there. I'm going for no one there. But who knows? Right, okay. I'm getting loads of text messages from someone. My wrist is buzzing. What I thought we could do is run go run rain upload like that. I wonder if you can do -- help automatically. Yeah, look there. -f. Upload images to Flickr. Sets the date. Uploaded. Sets tags. Sets privacy. It doesn't do that yet. That's still work in progress. H help. F for force. So I wonder how we get at that. That's the next question. But firstly, I'm going to answer these text messages. Nothing important, but when family message you, you do need to respond, don't you? Okay, so where were we? We were wondering what's going on here. Right, yes, we've got -f. So if I run that one again, but now I should be able to do upload ---- force. And that's going to do nothing because obviously that's not running in the debugger. I wonder if the help file tells us anything. So we've set that command, local command flags. You can also bind your flags with Viper. Maybe I want to bind a flag with Viper. It's not required. So how do we actually use it? To find it. That one pre and post run. Don't want that. That one shell completion, that's what I'll do at some point. That would be really cool, wouldn't it? It says here somewhere you can look at the examples, didn't it? Did you see that somewhere? Where was that? Go and check out more documentation on this flag. Let's try there. Oh no, it's P flag. I don't think that's going to help us. Oh, look at that. Flag set.getInt. Right. So I wonder if it's on the command. Let's see if we can use some magic of command dot. Oh, command dot flag. That's a flag set. I wonder what command dot flag does. Climbs up the command tree looking for a matching flag and returns it. So let's try that. Command dot flag force dot change deprecated into name usage value. Value looks promising, doesn't it? Dollar. No, not dollar. Force upload. Like that. Actually, let's not put it there. Get rid of that. Right, here's where we do it. We're about to override here. So let's do it there, and very simply, so I'm happy about values. Value. Oh, hold on, command's gone. Ooh, command's gone. Because we're going to call upload file here. So we're going to have to pass it through. Ooh, yes, it does have to be. It does have to be done here because we've got the command here. Value. Okay, so let's just dump it and have a quick look. Spew.dump force upload return. Let's do it quick and dirty and have a look. Force is set to true, and if I take out force like that, false is set to false. And presumably -f also works. Yeah, look at that, Boolean true. Okay, good. That's all we're going to run. Okay, so we have to do that, and we'll have to pass that in to upload file like that. Upload file doesn't currently take that, so let's take it, force upload is a Boolean like that. Then we can come to here. We don't even need to check that. So if force upload is equal to false, then we can do that. No need in getting the uploaded photo ID, no point in even looking at the file if we're going to force the upload. That makes sense? What do you think? I think that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, that should be all we need. It's going to upload it again, and it's going to override with the new name. Should probably do an edit at some point rather than a force. I wonder what force actually does. It's an awful lot of noise on the microphone looking at OBS, so I bet there's a lot of noise on this one. Sorry about that. Fans are going in the laptop, noise out the window. It's not great. Have to do better about my sound and noise suppression and gates and stuff like that. That should be all that's needed though, so should we try it? So this time it should upload it. Ooh, look at that. Cannot use force upload type pflag.value as Boolean in argument to upload. So ptype.value needs converting to a Boolean somewhere here. Value is a value. Yeah, we can get it as a string. Value is interfaced to a dynamic value stored in a flag. Default value is represented as a string. This is in pflag, so let's look at that pflag help again. Maybe I should do it as a getInt. All these examples use a flag set. Let's try that again. Command dot. How do we get the flag set? There's a flag. There's a flag set. There we go, get ball. That looks more promising. Force. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to do that, and so it looks like that. Ooh, that doesn't look happy. All the underlines. No, that's unhelpful. Assignment count mismatch. 1 equals 2. Get ball must take. Second parameter. Nope. Assignment count mismatch. 1 equals 2. What does that one? That's not an error, so it must be this bit. Oh, hold on. No, it returns a flag set. Returns c.flags. Other interesting functions inside the command related to flag. No handy get flag though, is there? Local flags. And flags. I wonder what the difference between flags and local flags is. Local and persistent declared here. Okay, yeah, so flags is probably better as a general performance, general practice. So why doesn't it like that? Flags dot get ball. Get ball takes us force. Type assignment count mismatch. 1 equals 2. Too many arguments in call to command flags dot get ball. I'm going to do a Google on that. Cobra command dot flags. Let's have a quick look at command dot flags get bool. Yeah, look, there's an example. Probably. Get bool. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it does return. Oh, it returns an error. So that's what that means. Okay. Force upload, comma, But I... Obviously, look, returns a ball and an error. It's obvious, it says so there. Oh, come on, Rob, we can do better than this. Right, okay. If we don't have the error, so if the error is not equal to nil, then let's set force upload equals false. Single equals. There we go. I can't imagine it'll ever be false. It'll ever fail, but can't imagine assumptions. You know what they mean, don't you? They mean that we make mistakes. And we don't like making mistakes, so we'll put in the if test anyway. So let's try that. That one. Try again. Uploading file. There we go. Look, even though I think you tell me what we should do though. I wonder if we should check the file anyway and then override it so we can put a message in saying already exists, overriding. Yeah, I think we should do that. Oops, what am I doing, Rob? Yeah, so okay, so they're doing this. Let's do it this way round. We are going to check that. So if the upload file ID does exist, if we're going to force the upload, we're going to print out that message. Might as well go there. And then we'll print out a new message. Dash force flag forcing upload, like that. I think I'd like to indent those two as well. That's not consistent with anything else, so let's not do that for now. Forcing upload. So let's try that again. You know what we have to do after this? We are going to have to delete all the ones we've got up there. There you go, forcing upload. You need to run the same line, mind you. So let's make that a format print. And then this can be forcing upload. And this one will need the /n there to put that one on a new line. Because I don't want to wrap that massive long statement. So let's try that. Now we've got 3 of them uploaded. It's looking silly. That's better. So there we go, all on one line. This image has been uploaded. Forcing upload. Oh, need a space. Forcing upload. And if we take out the -- force, like that, it should look as it did before. And it does. So let's look at Flickr now. Delete all these. To here. Flickr. Acrobat. Oh joy, 3 copies of me. Delete. Oh, that's interesting. Let's delete that one first then. Why can't I delete it? Hello, computer. Have you run out of internet? There we go. Bella? No, we don't see that many pictures of me. Okay, so now we've done that bit. Support the force to update the photo itself. Let's commit that. So what's the difference is? Oh, double space. Don't want 2 spaces there. Let's discard that line. I wonder if we should just delete all that now we've got an example in there. We could do that, you know. Let's call that register. just over it. There we go. So let's register -- force. That's better. Extract the force. Read the flag. Another statement for that. Read the value of -- force. If it is missing, the value is false. So upload that line there. Change that to pass force upload in there. Pass force upload in there. And then we change that code there. That looks good to me. Now let's add that. Git commit -v. Support -- force to force upload an image, a previously uploaded image. This allows the user more control. This allows the user to override Rodeo's knowledge about an uploaded image. Let's push that. In reality, I don't think we're going to use that very much, and I think long term I'm going to want to change this, because what I'm going to want to do is when you upload a previously uploaded image, I think I'm going to want it to update the description and the keywords and things like that. That's quite a bit of work to do an update rather than an upload, particularly for working out what to do with things like the albums that it belongs to. So I think you'd have to remove it from albums and work out all that sort of state, which we don't do at the moment. So for now, we'll just re-upload it. But I think long term we're going to do something a bit more clever than that. So where are we now? So we've done that bit. Next up is this bit in the notes. Store file name to photo ID mapping in a file. Yes, we've done that. This bit here, let's edit. Right, second bullet point, provide an option for this to be in the directory where the file is, or in /.config rodeo. So that comes back to the way that my friend Stu wants to work versus the way I want to work. And I've implemented the way Stu wants to work first, because Stu wanted to work by having the file in the directory where the photos exist. And I thought it'd been politer, easier, less cluttering, maybe, to keep it in /.config/rodeo. Because this file's going to get very big, so Stuart might have a point. Equally, however, my workflow is it always goes into _export. That's where I always download to. So I suspect it doesn't affect me either way, but it still would be neater. So maybe we should create that config. So now I'm going to have to teach you how that works. Right, so let's look at that. Right, the config file is currently kept somewhere. Clear that. CD that back to that there. So go to .config ls and you'll see a rodeo.yaml. And what we're proposing and doing is moving, because we only got one config file at the moment, it's living in .config, whereas really I need to put it into its own folder instead. Put it in its own Rodeo folder. So make the Rodeo and then move rodeo.yaml into Rodeo. It's a BC break, but that's not a real problem because A, nobody uses this, and B, it's in beta anyway. It's not even beta. Excuse me. It's 0.0 something, 0.03. So, now that's done somewhere. Probably in main. No, not in main. Probably in root. Yeah, there we go. Slash Rodeo. Right, that's wrong. Search for config in ~/.config rodeo with name of rodeo. That's better. So now it will look for rodeo.config in config rodeo. And ls rodeo, sorry, cd rodeo pwd.config rodeo, and there's rodeo.yaml. So if we go back to here, go run main.go, compile and run, and view config will tell me view config will tell me if it's working. There we go. And it's picked up the file because it's got all this information in it, so that's quite useful. Rather helpfully, it doesn't actually display the API key, so I don't need to rotate it and having displayed it on stream. Go me, yay. But yeah, view config proves that it's loading the rodeo.yaml file up. So let's look at that rodeo.yaml file. st rodeo.yaml. So it looks something like this. That's a bit small. That's a bit bigger. Can I make it a bit bigger? There we go. We did all different sections. So there's two commands: convert and exif tools. So that's where to find them. That's the Flickr info. This is the config for doing a resize. So it does the bicubic resize with using the convert tool. Quality 75, 2000 by 2000, rounding rectangle. And then these are the upload rules. So for a given so you have each action is the rule. And what we're doing is we're saying put it into this album if these conditions are met. So in this case, the keywords walk-in and lockdown must both exist on the image in order to put it into the folder called lockdown walk-in. Here, if the keyword is 365:2020, then we'll put it into my 365 album, etc. This one, if any of these keywords, asterisk, double asterisk, 3 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars, or edited hyphen in Lightroom are on the config, then we'll remove that as well. So that's basically what's going on there. Yeah, that's good. So what I thought we'd do is we now need another section for Rodeo's information, or maybe we put in upload, which we might actually have thinking about it. So let's make this area smaller. Scroll down to the bottom. Yes, we've got an upload section here, set date posted true. So we could have a new one here called up. What do we call that folder? What do we call the folder? I don't remember. ls-a. Radio uploaded files. Store uploaded files in image directory. True. Could do that. It's an absolutely massive config name, but I don't care. So to do that, the way this is now Viper. Viper is a config system, and that's in config.go. And config.go has a whole load of structures that map to each possible value within the YAML file and puts it in the right place. So in here we will see an upload config. There it is. So all I need to do is copy that, drop that there, and give it a name. Store uploaded files in image directory. Voila. Success. So now it will load that config file up for me and put it into that variable name. All we have to do now is use it. Let's go back to our upload. We already had a constant for that one. So that's the we probably don't need one of this. Let's go back down the bottom. All the way to the bottom, start at the bottom. Right, so here's the directory. We're going to have to pass in the config, or we have to reload it. Let's pass it in. Store uploaded as a boolean. That should obviously be lowercase. And we're going to stop the stream there because we have a emergency. We're having Sunday dinner and we're missing some ingredients, so I need to pop out and go and get them. We shall continue this later, probably not tonight, so I'll probably pick this up again some other time. Not sure when. I'm busy working. Work sucks, but lots of work to do, so it's not going to be tomorrow. Yeah, who knows. I'm not having anything, but I'm on a Zoom call tomorrow night. So we'll pick this up some other time. Thanks for watching.